Good morning and welcome to the Committee on Park and Recreation. At this time, we ask you to please place phones on vibrate or silent mode. Thank you, Chair. We are ready to begin.
Thank you so much, Sergeant. Good morning, everyone. I am Shekhar Krishnan, Chair of the Committee on Parks and Recreation. It's so nice to see you all today. Today, the Parks Committee will vote on a pre-considered bill that would ceremonially name 117 thoroughfares and public places throughout the city of New York. As I always say, the street namings that we do don't simply co-name a street, but they permanently change the landscape of New York City to reflect people who have left a lasting imprint and legacy in our lives, in our communities, and in our city. I'm also proud to be joined today by my colleagues on the committee for this vote, and they are Councilmember Holden, Councilmember Dinowitz, Councilmember Lee, Councilmember Marte, Councilmember Velasquez, Councilmember Menon, and I think I've gotten everyone. Oh, Councilmember Joseph is here too. And I think there are more on the way as well. But of the many honorees proposed by this piece of legislation, I'd like to call attention to a couple of co-names that I'm proud to have sponsored. My first nomination is to co-name 26 blocks in Jackson Heights in my district on our 34th Avenue open street known as Paseo Park. As I've noted many times, my district ranks second to last, and after redistricting, possibly last, in the amount of park space or green open space per person in New York City. This was unfortunately highlighted to our community during the height of the COVID pandemic, where my district with Elmhurst Hospital was the epicenter of the pandemic across the country. This drove our community, in conjunction with the Department of Transportation, to transform 34th Avenue between 69th Street and 93rd Street as an open street. And I know I'm biased, but I believe it is the best open street in all of New York City. Certainly the longest. It brings our communities together, where children walk every single day, my own included, to school, thousands of children at drop-off time, at pickup in the afternoon, where seniors come together to sip coffee and talk, where we have dance performances and so many cultural celebrations. Our 34th Avenue open street, now also known as Paseo Park, has been a lifeline for our community, a vibrant network of safe open spaces. And now, with 6 schools, 6 car-free pedestrian plazas in front of each school where our students go to play for recess or during their morning drop-off time. Its name, 34th Avenue Open Street, Paseo Park, is meant to acknowledge the diverse immigrant communities that line the open street, while also evoking the new purpose of the street space. Paseo in Spanish means stroll. The result has been that the establishment of Paseo Park has drastically increased neighborhood-wide access to public green space where it is sorely needed. It is beloved in our community and has brought us together in a way that we never could have imagined. Today, renaming its 26 blocks as Paseo Park provides a crucial opportunity to honor and celebrate the work that we are doing in Jackson Heights with our 34th Avenue Open Street Coalition, with the Alliance for Paseo Park, to transform and create a linear park in our neighborhood. My other nomination is for Lawrence Murphy, who advocated for more green space in Jackson Heights. Lawrence played a crucial role in establishing the Jackson Heights Green Alliance, which focused on creating and maintaining public open spaces and green areas. Some of his efforts resulted in Traverse Park being expanded, the only park that we have in Jackson Heights, the Grow a Park campaign successfully turning private school land originally into public parkland and dramatically increasing our park space in our community. Lawrence Murphy's work, both with Traverse Park, also helped to pave the way for the effort now to create Paseo Park, 34th Avenue Open Street. Lastly, Gerard Neufeld was a beloved member of our community in Elmhurst, who ran funeral services in the 1940s and provided his services to help the families of the young servicemen and women who died in World War II to give them proper burials. His community work also extended to founding the Newtown Civic Association, the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce, and the Elmhurst Lions Club. It's an honor to today pass, in addition to the above 2 street namings, his as well. I'd like to welcome all who have come to participate in this hearing, and I urge all of my colleagues to vote in favor of the legislation before us. Thank you all so much. I'd like to also acknowledge that we've been joined by Councilmember Lincoln Ressler, late but still here. coming from me, and Councilmember Carr as well, who is on time. And now I'd like to turn. This is coming from me, who's late to everything. But today I made the admission, but I was on time today, so I'll take it. And now it's an honor. We are joined today by two individuals in particular who will testify in a bit, provide meaningful testimony about one of our street namings happening in Brooklyn. Before we welcome them, I'd like to turn it over to our dear colleague, Councilmember Rita Joseph, to talk about the street naming in particular in her district.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning, all. I'm going to talk a little bit about Dwayne Joseph. The street co-naming will serve as a lasting testimony to his legacy and reminders of the values he held dear. So Parkside Plaza will be co-named Dwayne Joseph Plaza in honor of Dwayne Joseph. It will stand as a beacon of unity, compassion, and community service. It will be a place where we could come together just as Dwayne would have wanted to celebrate our shared history and build a brighter future. Rest in peace, my dear friend. You will forever be cherished, part of our community, and your legacy will continue to shine brightly here at Parkside Plaza. Will be co-named in honor of Dwayne, and I have his widow here and his dad. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing Dwayne with us, and it'll be an honor to co-name Parkside Plaza after he fought so many years to get that plaza into the district. Thank you for sharing us. Thank you for him being my brother, my friend, my counselor when I needed him. And his favorite language was always saying, "Council member, don't let them punk you." So I know not to be a punk, and it is because of him I have the strength and courage to lead my district as well. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Joseph. And with that, I'd like to call up for testimony Caroline Davis Joseph and Claxton Joseph.
Okay. Good morning, all. Okay, mic on. It is a pleasure. Thank you for having myself and my bonus dad, Mr. Claxton Joseph. My name is proudly, with great honor, Caroline Davis Joseph. And if I could share anything of why this is so important, as a Bronx girl, my husband was definitely a king from Kings County. And I don't say that just because he was my husband, but the idea of equity and making sure that the Park Plaza represented every individual of Brooklyn. And he not only, participated in the community for the sake of titles or recognition. It was actually who my husband was. In fact, he'd probably be a little annoyed that we're actually here wanting to have his legacy as a street name because he liked being in the background. And because we were married only for a short 6 months, we didn't have the opportunity to have children yet. This is so powerful because it allows his legacy to live on, but it also allows the Joseph family name to live on. And so with that, definitely, I hope that you would definitely understand how meaningful this is and what this means to not just us as a family, but as a Brooklyn community. See, I'm used to saying the Bronx. As a Brooklyn community, but even overall in New York City, because he was a big black man that not only represented the positive that's not shown in our society, but he walked it. That was who he was as an individual, and he never looked for any recognition. That's just who he was. So with that, I'll set aside to my dear dad.
Good morning. My name is Claxton Joseph, Dwayne's dad. It's an honor for me to be here today in the midst of you all. And 45 years ago, I never thought that a situation like this would come up. That's 45 years that Dwayne has been around. Dwayne came to the United States when he was 13 years old, just about 13 years old, and I never knew at that time that situations like this would develop. Fast forward, Dwayne has grown to be a gentle giant In stature, he was a giant. Attitude, gentle, and painstaking. He has done so much in the community that even I was unaware of until the celebration of his life service. I must say how pleased I am today to be here to accept the honor of whatever is given to him on behalf of the Joseph family. I thank you and I appreciate every one of you for what efforts you will put in bringing this to fruition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph and Ms. Joseph. Ms. Joseph, your husband, Mr. Joseph, your son, I'm so sorry for your loss, that he's no longer with us, but I do hope that today's street naming gives you all a measure of relief, of solace, of hope to know that his name from Brooklyn to the Bronx now lives on, as I said before, is now part permanently of the landscape of New York City, a testament to his good work, to his life, and to his legacy. So on behalf of all of us on the Parks Committee, and I know I speak for Councilmember Joseph when I say it too, that we're very honored to have the street naming happen today and to pass as a city council.
Thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Next, we have for public testimony from Michelle Deal Winfield.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Michelle Deal Winfield.
Ms. Winfield, is the mic on? Just make sure that it's on. Thanks.
Oh, can you hear me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm Michelle Deal Winfield. I'm from the 74th Assembly District and an elected New York State Democratic Committee person. I have been working with the team to celebrate Lloyd Richards, one of the greatest directors on Broadway. He directed in 1959, A Raisin in the Sun. And Sidney Poitier was one of the actors of the original production. The street, West 47th Street and Broadway, after you vote in favor, of course, will be there to remind us of his life and legacy. I thank you, I thank the committee and the council for your wonderful work and look forward to your vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Winfield. Let's give him a round of applause. I'm honored by today's street namings. Ms. Winfield, thank you for your testimony too, and no doubt now in Councilmember Bottcher's district, and I know he feels the same way, to have 47th Street now be renamed as Lloyd Richards Way once we get the vote over with is also yet another marker of his life, his legacy, and his contribution to the arts and culture here in our city that live on forever. So thank you so much. And with that, I now ask, Councilmember Narcisse has also joined us as well. And with that, I now ask the clerk to take the roll.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Parks and Recreation. Pre-considered introduction. Chair Krishnan.
Aye.
Holden.
Aye.
Moya. We'll come back to Councilmember Moya. Dinowitz.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Marte.
Aye.
Menon.
Aye.
Narcisse.
Aye.
Wrestler.
Permission to explain my vote?
Granted,
Thank you.
reluctantly.
I was going to say something nice to the chair, but I'll skip over
Still
that.
can.
All right, I will. Congratulations on Paseo Park. That's a big deal, and I know it's been I know that you've put an extraordinary amount of work into making that one of the premier open streets in New York City, the premier open street in Queens, and congrats on officially renaming it. I am thrilled that we're renaming 9 streets in what is at least currently the 33rd Council District for a few more days, including for social justice warriors like Carl Stubbs, who we recently lost, Mary Ann Yancey, who was really one of the iconic leaders in the Brooklyn Heights community, Richard O'Connor, who was a victim of a hate crime as a gay Latino man in Greenpoint some 30-odd years ago, Emmanuel St. Bernard, a leader in one of our NYCHA developments who was incredibly kind to me as a young upstart getting involved in the community and local politics, and Banker's Anchor, one of our new public plazas, and many others, including the father of one of my oldest childhood friends, Bronson Binger, who is a renowned architect who helped build Union Square, and many others. This is such a special way for us to recognize unheralded heroes who make our city great, and I just am appreciative of the opportunity to suggest a few folks who will always remember when we look up at the street signs as we walk by. So thank you very much. Vote aye on all.
Thank you. Ong. Velasquez.
Aye on all.
Carr.
Aye.
Councilmember Moya. With a vote of 10 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, item has been adopted by the committee.
Should we hold the vote? Does it make sense? Okay. I think we're, yes, we're done, yeah. They got to stay. Oh, let's adjourn, I think. Yeah. Thank you very much. This vote is now closed.